This is so this is kind of what it looks like, and I like this because it gives you a little haul time. I had a little bit of a moment. Ew, I'm sick. And then I'll get it, and then I'll be happy, and then I'll have a good score. I really don't want to take it, but
oh my God!
I just finished taking my practice exam. It didn't go well. I mean, I don't even know anymore. Like, I'm trying to stay positive and, like, find the positives, but it's hard when, like, it could be worse. Like, I could have went down in score, but I just stayed the same. I really hope that it clicks. I think this week, obviously, I'm going to review, but I'm going to put such an emphasis on flashcards, which I did do this past week, but, like, reviewing the AAMC flashcards, because now I'll have 2 exams to review after I finish putting chemistry in. And I did a newer one because AMC 1 was released in 2015. I don't know when this third one was released, but the last 3 are supposed to be pretty accurate, and it did feel the chemistry sections felt completely different, and basically my cars and my chemistry scores swapped. And then everything else stayed the same, like biology, psych, so I feel like I keep telling myself it's just a few things in each section that need to click, and then I'll get it, and then I'll be happy, and then I'll have a good score. But I'm scared because it's one of those weird feelings of, like, you're giving something everything that you've got and it's still not working out. Honestly, I kind of feel like I'm in a toxic relationship. I'm literally trying so hard. Like, I'm putting in all this work. I'm working overtime. Play Overtime by Bryson Tiller. I'm working overtime to get you to love me, and you don't want to love me. You don't want me. And at some point, like, you have to walk away from that toxic relationship if it's no longer serving you. Good morning, guys. This is so humbling because I just feel not well, but I can't not study today. The only thing I did yesterday was my flashcards, and I didn't feel good yesterday either. So I'm just gonna try to take a bunch of medicine and push forward. And I wanted to talk to you guys about my weekend and about my practice exam, but I physically feel like I can't talk about it right now because my throat doesn't feel the best and my nose and this, so And also, I went to bed thinking that I was gonna, like, this was just all a fever dream, and then I was gonna wake up and, like, go to the gym and, like, be on my normal schedule. But obviously, that's not it, so I think I'm just gonna do some flashcards and then try to come back and talk to you guys then. Hopefully I'll feel a little bit better, because I feel like you always feel worse in the morning. But I put on my comfort hoodie, so you know I mean business. I know editing this back, I'm gonna be like, girl, you should have just taken the break, but like I can't. Oh, I think I found a box of tissues. Welcome to another MCAT study vlog, except for this time, I'm sick, actually. I've been sick quite a few times during this process, but I feel like, I don't know, this might be the worst or second worst. I feel like there's another time where I've been actually sick and like can't move. I'm gonna do some flashcards and then I'll fill you guys in on everything. I'm just so out of it, and I'm trying to infuse my body with as much vitamin C as possible. This always happens and then I like start taking my vitamins again, start drinking my vitamin C pack. It's like, why can I not do that all along? I always forget. I always slip and then I fall, and now everybody's like, let her get up, let her get up. Okay, I'll be back later. I just finished doing my flashcards for one of the sites that I use. I do feel a little bit better, but now I just feel tired, so I think I'm gonna take a nap. This really puts a damper on my plans. I figured before I take a nap, I could fill you guys in on the weekend a little bit. So, I really thought my gloss was in here, but I think it's in my purse. It'll be fine. I feel like I just look... My skin just feels lifeless and dull, and I just look horrible right now. But I'm gonna try to push through. Like, maybe I should just wait until I feel a little bit better, but no. Okay, so I took my practice exam Saturday, and I got the exact same score that I got a week ago. I went down in chemistry but went up in cars, and I don't know, I was feeling kind of defeated, kind of sad. Went to church Sunday, had a little bit of a moment, and I think that I'm really just gonna have to trust God, and with my life, not just with this exam, but with the whole thing. Like, I do believe, or I want to believe, that this will work out for me despite what it looks like right now, which is not great, not good. But I'm trying to be positive and speak life into this dream. So say it with me. We are going to get a good score. I'm going to do fine. It's going to be great. It's going to be amazing. That's kind of where we left off, or what you guys missed, I should say. I woke up not feeling well after I tested Saturday, probably from stress. And yeah, it's just taken a little bit of a toll on my body, but it'll be okay. I think this week what I want to try is like focusing on the flashcards that I make, and not so much of like rushing and getting through the exam and I gotta review this and review this. I need to have this exam reviewed before I take the next one, which is true, I do, but I also need to not slack on everything else. So emphasis this week is on flashcards, and hopefully we see that that makes a difference. I originally wasn't going to do all of my MEM flashcards, like not the chemistry, physics, or organic sections, but it can't hurt. So I think I'm going to focus on that and probably pick a section or 2 or 3 a day to get through, because we don't have that much time. And then I'm also going to focus on the Anki cards that I make. My goal today, it won't happen obviously because I woke up feeling like absolute garbage, but is to spend the first half of the day doing flashcards only, and then the second half of the day I'll review my test. It's almost 11 a.m. right now. I think I'm going to take a nap, and then I'll probably do like maybe an hour more of flashcards, and I'll start reviewing my exam. I want to get through cars for sure today, and then I think I'm going to either do chemistry, because that one was the lowest one, and I feel like just even if I could get through half of that today, that would make me feel better. And also, I won't be writing anything down. I'll just be typing away, making Anki cards, trying that method. I also have things that I need to put into Anki from last week. So it's a little bit of catch up. It's a lot of trying new stuff, but I feel like this could potentially be good. So I just hope that I feel a little bit better and that my body just will start to feel more rested. And yeah, I'm really tired right now. So that is kind of the update, but I'm glad that my throat feels a little bit better, because I just feel like for me, if my head or my throat or my stomach hurts, we're done. But I feel like it's better for me to take a nap earlier in the day than later, so I'm gonna do that. But I kind of want to see what section I should start. I have 1, 2, 3. If you wonder what I'm looking at, I'll show you. Okay, my computer screen is dirty, but what can we do? So this is kind of what it looks like. And as you can see, it's broken up into the different sections. The checks mean that I've already done it. So yeah, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh wait, biology, I have 1 more. Biochemistry, I have 2 more, I think. And then physics, I haven't done any. Orgo, I haven't done any. General chemistry, I haven't done any. And I've only done 1 in behavioral science. So maybe I should focus on behavioral science. We'll just do this one. These normally have a lot of flashcards in them though, and I like this because it gives you a little like sheet that you can write out to if you need to. Like write this down, which I think is kind of cool. This is long. Wait, what was that? Let's see how many cards. 92. So I'm probably going to do this in bed until I fall asleep. And then I am going to take this, though, before I go to sleep. I really don't want to take it, but sometimes you have to do things you don't want to do. So that's where I'll be. Maybe we'll keep this vlog going tomorrow if I don't get enough footage today, but just bear with me because I'm so exhausted. I am up. It's much later. I actually knocked out for a long time. My dad ended up calling me, but it's 2:16. I have some lunch and then I made a coffee, so I'm gonna eat this. Hopefully this will like fill my energy a little bit because I'm feeling still a little drowsy. I think I'm gonna start going through my practice exam. My siblings come home this weekend and I have one of the busiest weekends probably of the year. Not exaggerating thus far. And it makes me nervous because it's like in the height of my like last bit of studying. So I'm taking my practice exam Friday and then I'll pretty much have the weekend a little bit off. So I need to get everything that I want to get done Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And me being sick today was not a part of that plan when I made that plan in my head. So hopefully I could get through all of CARS and then half of Chem and still do flashcards tonight. And I need to do a CARS passage. So that's all that I want to do today, which is a lot, but I feel like it's doable. So let's get to it. When I tell you guys that is my album of the year, I mean it. I'm feeling a little bit more energized from the coffee. I actually drank a lot of it today. So I finished reviewing CARS and I made a little notes list for myself and I thought I'd read it for you guys. Just let me catch my breath because I went downstairs to get something and Now I'm naturally out of breath. Confidently read the passage. I feel like I've seen so much discourse on TikTok, on Reddit, on YouTube, whenever I look up like cars passage help, basically. And I see so many people say you need to skim the passage, read the first and last sentence of the passage, don't read the whole passage, read the first and last paragraph. Like, there's so much stuff about it, and I feel like the best thing for me, and when I see that I'm getting the most questions right, is when I just read the passage. So I don't think that I'm going to be trying to do any shortcuts unless I'm running out of time, which then I do read the question and then try to find it in the passage if I'm running out of time. And then while I'm reading the passage, these are where I see myself, or where I see like the AMC asking the most questions, and I feel like these are things that it's just good to have, and they can really help you like nail down between two answer choices. So pick up on the main ideas. It's so important to get the main idea of the passage, but also there's little main ideas within the big main idea, if that makes sense. So like, you know, main arguments, big picture things is basically what I'm trying to say. And then my next bullet point and last bullet point, read questions carefully and thoroughly. I can't tell you how many times I start reading a question and it's like, pick the one that most weakens. And I'm like, oh, most weakens the argument, the author's argument, got it. And it's like, not that. Like, finish reading the question. So that's the big point. And then under that, I have go back if you need to. Sometimes you don't need to go back. It's pretty much in the question stem, like, you can like reason your way if you have the main idea in your head, but sometimes you do have to go back, especially if they like cite this quote in paragraph 3. Like, it just helps to go back and read it to make sure that you have it fresh in your mind before you read your answer choices. Next, I have eliminate the answer choices based off of big pick ideas. Sometimes you can eliminate an answer choice based off of the main idea, like if it contradicts it, or if you're looking for something that contradicts it and it supports the main idea, if that makes sense. And sometimes I forget that you can eliminate answer choices and that you should eliminate answer choices. And something that I've been working on while I'm like taking my practice questions and my exams is sometimes I'll find myself feeling defeated. It mostly happens in science-based passages, but when I don't understand what's going on, I'm like, Sade, you don't have to understand the passage. You don't even have to know really what's going on in the experiments unless they ask it to you in the questions. It is a question-based exam. You need to understand the question, not the passage per se. But in cars you kind of do, you know. But I feel like you can definitely eliminate, and sometimes I forget that you can eliminate off of big picture ideas. And then next I have try to answer the questions off of big picture things. I don't know why I wrote that twice. I guess it's different, but whatever. And then this is my best and last point to myself. Do not overanalyze. Pick and move on. I find that I read the passages pretty fast. I think it's because I read anyways. I get through most passages. If it's a hard one, maybe 5 minutes. If it's an easy one, in about 2 to 3 minutes. I don't know how I do it, but I'm so grateful that I read books as one of my hobbies. But I find myself spending a minute to 2 or 3 on each question. That cannot happen. And I have the right answer all along. So I just need to pick, be confident, and move on. There was 2 questions that I noticed while I reviewed my cards that I actually spent way too much time on, changed my answer choice, and it was the first one that I had that I picked the first time. So I could have saved literally probably 2 minutes and moved on with my life. So, those are the points that I wrote down for myself, and I'll keep them in my mind, probably read over them before I do practice this week. I don't really have any more thoughts other than that. Cars is what it is, but I think that the biggest thing that you could probably do for yourself is to practice so that you feel more confident going into passages, like reading and like seeing the questions that they're going to ask you, picking up on big picture things and main idea. I feel like that's just what I'm going to keep doing. So next up, I want to start reviewing chemistry. My throat's starting to hurt again, so I'm going to have to go. But okay, I do want to talk about this chemistry physics section. So the exam that I took was the AMC full length 3. I know you're probably thinking what happened to 2. I decided to skip it, and I'm going to do 3-4 scored. Scored is the most released one. Oh, this is what I wanted to talk to you guys about that I just forgot to talk to you guys about this morning because I was feeling like actual crap. So, did you guys know that some of the AAMC stuff is like outdated? Like the first practice exam is from 2015. That's over 10 years ago. I was about to say that's over 5 years ago. Helper, 10 years ago. So like when I was doing the question packs, I was like, this is great and all, but like I feel like when I do the actual like exams and like even with UWorld, I was like, there's this big like gap. It just felt different. And so I don't know how that led me to looking up stuff. But first of all, Google AI told me, and Reddit told me, which people feel weirdly about Reddit, but I don't care. It helped me. I don't know. I feel like those aren't really representative. They're good for like content, obviously, and you should do all the AAMC stuff, but if I have time, then I'll do them. I'm going to focus on the section banks because one, the latest section bank was actually released in 2024 according to Google AI. I hope that's true. I think it was, or I think it is. It was released last year, and then the other one was released in like I think 2022, 2023 maybe, I don't know. And then the scored exam is the one that's the latest, and then they just kind of like go in that order. So my thought process was skip 2, do 3, 4 scored, because that's going to be most representative of what I'm going to see on test day. So yeah, and I feel like I can really tell because with this exam I knew all of my chemistry formulas that I had to use, but pulling the information out of the passage was my biggest obstacle. And I feel like in the first exam, it was like laid out for me so plainly. It would be like, what is power? And then it would basically give me the force and it would give me the velocity. And then I had to solve it. And then it would be like, what is energy? And it would give me what I needed. And when I took this exam, it was like multiple different forces, multiple different velocities. Like, I was like, I don't know which one to use, which ultimately led me to getting the question wrong and makes me very sad and mad. Because I feel like there's nothing worse than knowing the formula and knowing how to use it but not being able to pull out the correct information. And the only way that I know to get through that is to do more problems like that. I do think that the section banks are harder because that's what Google and Reddit said. They're harder than the AAMC, but I want that because I want to be prepared on test day. So that's where my mind is on that. I think that after I get finished reviewing this exam, I'm going to split it up because it's 100 questions. I'm going to do the newest one first and then the older one, just because I don't know. I don't want to do the older one and then the newer one and then like not have time. So yeah, and then I'm obviously still going to do the cars. I feel like cars is a newer section, like it's newer than like the old MCAT, which that's a whole nother topic. There was an old MCAT and now there's a new MCAT, and there was no cars or psych soc, I'm pretty sure, on the old MCAT, but there is on the new MCAT. So the car sections are fine is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I could definitely tell a difference, feel a difference. I just felt kind of like a little bit angry because when I was going through, basically I was upset and laying in my bed and I was like clicking through the questions that I like got wrong. And I was like, no, I knew that formula, so what's going on? And it's literally because I could not use the correct values that were scattered throughout the passage. Like I could not pull them correctly. And so that led me to getting a lot of questions wrong, even when I knew the correct formula. And I don't want that to happen again. So those are my plans. I'm going to review as much of chemistry as I can today. Also, my new way of reviewing, I'm not writing anything down. I feel like I've killed this muscle. And so I'm just going to be putting it straight into Anki and going that way. Obviously, I'm still going to be like keeping, I guess, a mental log of like what I didn't know, and I'll make flashcards that way, but it's just too hard for me to like write down or like have different Excel sheets, and it's a lot of like organization goes into being able to see like what you get wrong, why you picked the wrong answer, all that stuff, yada yada yada, which leads to you using a lot of different like resources, and it just gets to be a lot, at least in my head, and I'd rather just have it directly be an Anki, and then I don't even know if any of that made sense, but that's what I'm going to be doing for the next few minutes. It's already 4:19. The day has gotten away from me, even though I took like a 3-hour nap, but it's okay. I am going to try to go to bed early tonight. Tomorrow is Caitlin's birthday, so she's having her birthday party this weekend, but I do want to do something for her tomorrow, so I got to figure that out. I think this is going to come out way after the fact, but my plan in my head is to buy her some flowers and maybe, I don't know, I got her a Barnes gift card for Christmas, so I kind of don't want to get her another Barnes gift card again for birthday, but maybe I'll get her an Ulta gift card. That'd be cute, but we're girls. I was about to say, I don't really know if she goes to Ulta, but it's like either Ulta or Sephora. I think I might do that later today, actually. Go get her Ulta gift card and then bring her flowers, get her coffee, and then surprise her at her apartment. Or I could get her like a coffee gift card, but she has a coffee machine, so I feel like the Ulta gift card would be better. So maybe we'll do that later tonight. And then for her actual present, I'll bring that to the party Sunday. Those are my plans. Those are my thoughts. I'm happy that I'm feeling a little bit better. I just feel so tired and yucky. I'm so excited to... Something about a hot shower when you're sick just feels great. So I'm excited to shower in a bit. I want to shower before everybody gets home because these... Oh, I didn't even tell you guys the best, but also poor timing. I said I had a lot going on this weekend. Both of my siblings are coming home this weekend. It's almost comical. I don't know. It's just so funny. My sister called me today. And I was like, I can't talk, I'm studying. She was like, why do you even answer? One, because I always have that little thing in the back of my head that's like, something's wrong. Pick up the phone, you know? But two, I really like don't answer people's phone calls. Like I'll answer and then be like, I can't talk. I don't know which one's worse. But she was like, you won't be able to hang up on me this weekend. And I was like, oh yeah. You are coming home this weekend. And then my sister will be home the next weekend again. And then I think my brother's staying through the week. So, like, low-key, when they're home, though, they sleep throughout the day. So, like, it shouldn't be that bad. I just am hoping that everything will go smoothly. My mom's birthday is this weekend. Caitlin's birthday party is this weekend. My cousin is having her engagement party this weekend. It's packed. It's busy. And on top of that, so, you know, but I ultimately think that I've worked really, really hard. I put all my faith and trust in God. I try. And I hope that, low-key, it's like 50% yes, and then 50% is low. Let's say 70% I do put my faith and trust in God. The other 30 is like, I just have to keep saying that I put my faith and trust in God, and if I say it, then I mean it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's that element of faith where you cannot see anything. Hebrews 11:1, that's one of my favorite verses. And I think that ultimately I've worked really hard, I've studied really hard, and let the chips fall where they may. I'm not giving up by any means. I'm still going to continue to work hard. But at the same time, I've hounded myself and it hasn't gotten me anywhere. So I'm also just going to be nice and kind to myself and like still work hard, but also just do things smarter and not harder is what I'm trying to say. But I'm gonna try to do a good 15 of these and then shower, or maybe I should go to Ulta first and then I'll come back home and shower, and then I'll do another 15 and we'll see. It'd be great if I could do the whole thing today, but that's asking for a lot. Goodbye. Time. I went to Ulta, as you guys saw, as you guys know. Actually, you didn't see. You only were told, but I'll give you a little haul, because I also went to Walgreens. I went and got a hair mask. It's kind of late for me to wash my hair, though. But anyways, you know what? It's good for me to wash it tonight, because I don't want to go out tomorrow with wet hair. But I got a hair mask, and then I got my sister and Caitlin some of these milk things, which I didn't know that Ulta started carrying milk, which is why I bought my milk stuff off of Sephora. But anyways, they only had these. They didn't really have anything else. I think I'm going to give this darker one to Callie. This is the one that I got, and we're similar complexions, I would say. And then I'm going to give this chill one to Caitlin tomorrow. And then I also got her an Ulta gift card. And then I got her some chocolates. I'm going to get her flowers from Trader Joe's. And then I think I'm going to get her a Dunkin' coffee, because I don't really want Starbucks. And wherever I go, she's gonna get to. And I'm gonna try to surprise her at her house. Hopefully, she'll be up. Should I text her before? I feel like that kind of ruins the surprise, but I also wouldn't want anyone to just show up. Actually, you know what? I don't know. What would I want? But it's not about me. So I got that for Caitlin. And then I went and got some more Mucinex, because I'm almost out. But this is... Oh, this is the same one. Thank God. My mom got like a huge pack of them, so I just took one of the little things out. I think I'm going to take another one, but when did I take the first one? Because you can't take it but so often. Let's read. Let's Google. How often can you take Mucinex?
every 4 hours. Oh, an extended release can be taken every 12 hours. This is extended release. Immediate and extended. So it's both. I would say that I took it around like, when did I sit down to study? Like 8 or 9? It's 8 now. I'm going to say that I'm good to take it now. And then I also got, they had a whole bunch of Easter candy at the store. One of my favorite types of candy is the Krabby Patties. Love these. So I got those for myself. And then Coffee Cough Drops. And then I got mouthwash and toothpaste. So those are all of my things. Hopefully Trader Joe's will like have a bag for Caitlin's stuff tomorrow. But I didn't think about that. Or I could put it in the Ulta bag. I think I might call her. Or no, maybe I should just text her and see if she's, I don't know, should I surprise her or should I like say I'm coming over tomorrow? Maybe I should like actually text her. I'm gonna say, so I have a surprise for you tomorrow, but I didn't want to show up unannounced, but I will be by your place tomorrow at around, what's an appropriate time? I feel like maybe I'll say like 9:30. I feel like that's fine. Stop. No one's telling you to shake. I actually don't want my letters to shake, but because I hit that A, I don't know how to get it to go off. So I guess I'll just have to make it. They're still shaky. I don't know why my literal text is shaking. Also, I told my dad, or I asked my dad if he could make me some, this is basically just lemon water with lime and I think cinnamon, but he tried to go off script, guys, and I was like, that's not what I asked you to make. Thankful that you made it, but respectfully, I just don't like tea. I've tried so hard, but this is good, or as good as it's gonna be for like medicine type of stuff. I just really don't like tea, and it sucks because I want to like tea so much. I thought about doing a little series where I tried to find a tea that I would like, but I feel like that would be torturous for me because I think it's the actual tea leaf. Like, you know how like when you drink soda, there's an underlying soda taste, and when you drink sparkling water, there's an underlying sparkling water taste, and when you, well, juice is a little bit different, but like, you get what I'm saying? Like, there's an underlying taste of these beverages, and for me, the underlying taste of tea makes me want to puke a little bit. I don't like sweet tea. I don't like matcha, even though I know you guys probably have seen me drink matcha on my channel. I try. Every so often I try, and I just can't do it. It's really not good. It's not good, but it's drinkable. With tea, I feel like it's not drinkable. Okay, I've just been chit-chatting away. I'm gonna get back to work because I have a lot of work to get did. I'm only on like question 13, and I still want to do some flashcards. I'll probably do those in bed though. But time is trickling down. It's 8:31, and I actually should probably go to bed early tonight, so I might only have an hour left to work. This always happens to me. I try so hard. But you know what? It's going to be somewhat nice because this morning I didn't even want to do any of this. I really didn't want to sit and study. But I feel better now. Thank goodness. I think it was the nap and all the medication, which I feel my nasal spray wearing off, which I feel like that makes the biggest difference. Yep. Clocking out. Yeah. I just feel like I should go to bed a little early since I am a little under the weather, don't you think? Or you don't think so?
I know, I told you I can't hear you. What do you say?
I said, don't you think I should go to bed a little early?
Yeah, I would.
Alright.
Especially if your body already feeling some kind of way.
Yeah. I made it to question 23 of my... I'm talking to my vlog, by the way.
Oh, I got up. I thought you were talking to me.
No, not now. I was talking to you in the beginning. I made it to question 23 of my chemistry. So I did, what's 59 plus 23?
Are you talking to me now?
Anybody.
72, maybe?
82. I reviewed 82 questions today. Let's see how many I have to go. 148. That's ridiculous. It's okay, though.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it a night early because I don't want to make myself feel worse by not getting adequate rest. And the rest of the week, I really do need to, like, study hard and all that stuff. So I'm gonna call it a night, take my medicine, go to bed. We'll see how much footage I have. I don't know. Should I vlog tomorrow? I don't think I'm gonna vlog tomorrow, which means this is gonna be short. But I feel like it's enough for one vlog. I will see you guys Wednesday. Hopefully by then I'll only have like maybe half a section or one full section left. Hopefully tomorrow I can get through chemistry and get like halfway through maybe another section, because I'm halfway through chemistry right now, or 7 questions away from halfway, so I feel like that's pretty decent. And then you guys know that I'm doing the flashcards every morning until 12. I'll let you know how that goes tomorrow, but I'm gonna go to bed. Hopefully I'll feel better next time you guys see me. Fingers crossed. I'm gonna go take all my medication so I can sleep well throughout the night. And then I really do think it's stress though, which just sounds so weird because it's like, no, you have to be sick by a bacteria or a virus. Yes, but I do think that stress can play a role, and I've never experienced anything of this magnitude, of this level, in a long time. I don't know. I feel like a big part of it is because I feel like everything is on me. Like if I do, which I said I wasn't going to speak negatively, but I just feel like it's all on me. But I know that that's not true. So I'm just going to try to think positively. We will get a 515 or better. We will. And all the glory is to God always. And I will see you guys in my next vlog. Bye.